All right, here's my outline to my speech, and here's my sources. All right, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Um, Hello, my name is Braden Tubbs. I am a senior at DeKalb County High School, and today I'm going to be going in depth about the different reasons and issues as to why Black Lives Matter is even a thing, and how the movement is sparked to become one of the bigger movements in the United States, let alone the world. So, like I said, I'm gonna be talking about Black Lives Matter, and as an African American male, this subject is really touchy, not just to me, but but more African Americans around the world. I've been doing research about different instances that could even make this movement become even relevant. Many of us are still even trying to figure out how this movement was sparked. Of course, there's different reasons why, but this is why I'm here. I'm here to explain and maybe help you out as to why it started. So now I'm going to be getting into the shortcoming. I'm going to provide you with stats and just different stuff. All right, so here's a stat here by Quandon Jones. Crimes against Black people and Latino people are less likely to be solved. And here's another one. Crimes against Black people are less likely to receive media attention. This one I really like because you go on the news and you see more white victims being brought to everybody's attention, and you really don't see many Black people, like you don't see them as victims. You mainly see them as suspects or perpetrators and all that. One more stat is 11.4% of crimes with a white perpetrator and a Black victim were ruled as justified. And this one kind of goes with like the stand your own ground law. I believe that's what it's called. I don't know. But I really like that stat because, I just really like it. So how did this movement spark? How did it come to be? I will describe why these exist. So injustice or police brutality or anything is a big part of why this movement has come to. For example, in 2013, the murder of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin was one of the prime examples, and actually was the reason why it sparked. But with that, they just wanted justice for him. He was killed unjust. He was discriminated by a man. Another example is the murder of Elijah McClain. He was just a 23-year-old, and they thought he had a gun, but it was a toy gun. The lack of unfair treatment. Us as African Americans have been treated unfair for centuries now. And, all we want is to be treated equal, as it says in our Bill of Rights, to be treated equally with the other man. And, discrimination. Discrimination is something that, as African Americans, it happens to us almost every day, just because we're a different color of skin means we do different things other than, other ethnicities, other races are discriminated, but not as hard as African Americans. But here's a reason. The Trayvon Martin case was, it happened because of discrimination. And in conclusion, I talked about some issues and why the Black Lives Matter movement and how Black Lives Matter even started. I described why these exist. I provided you with stats. So now you can see the issues and maybe get a different perspective But thank you for listening, and now you know why it's important to understand how Black Lives Matter became a movement.